What's up, YouTube? I'm here with my ESPN College Football Playoff Bracket Challenge. Obviously, this is the first year where college football playoff will be a 12-team playoff and not the standard 4-team playoff. So pretty excited to do this, bracket challenge. I'll put the link down below in the description so you guys can fill out your own bracket. I recommend doing it. Just a pretty fun activity to do. But without further ado, let's get straight into this video. First game up, we got Clemson at Texas. I think Texas is the better team, and it's as simple as that. I think Clemson, though, is rolling, especially towards the back half of the year. Obviously, a Dabo Swinney-led team is always going to give a team a run for their money. And Cade Klubnik, looking like a pretty good player. I think next year he'll probably be one of the favorites to win the Heisman next college football season. But I'm going to take Texas. Like I said, I just think they're the better team, and that's all it really comes down to. But I think this is going to be a very good game. I do think Dabo Swinney's not going to go down without a fight. So, but I'll still take Texas. Tennessee at Ohio State. I think this is the best game of the first round. Tennessee at Ohio State. But I'm going to take Ohio State. This game is in Columbus. I just think it's going to be too hard for Tennessee to go into Columbus and win. And I just think Ohio State's the better team. But like I said, Tennessee, they're like that sneaky team. And I would not be surprised if Tennessee, however, did end up winning this game. But I'm just going to take the better team here. Ohio State beats Tennessee at home. Next game up, we got SMU versus Penn State. I know a lot of people are pretty excited for this game. This what I would say is probably the second best game in the first round. But I'm actually going to take the upset here. I'm going to take the upset here and take SMU. I've been saying it all season. I think Penn State is frauds. I think they're frauds. They almost lost to my USC. I just don't. I think they're going to be that team that goes down in that first round. I'm just calling it right now. I know a lot of Penn State fans obviously hoping I'm wrong about that. But I don't know. I really like the way SMU has looked this year. And I just think they're going to go into Penn State and win it. I don't know why. I'm sticking with my gut here, though. I'm taking SMU. Next up, we got Indiana and Notre Dame, the battle of the two Indy teams. I think this is going to be a great game. I think people are honestly sleeping on Indiana, but I'm going to take Notre Dame. Notre Dame, after that NIU loss, Northern Illinois, they've been pretty much locked in after that game. That was a wake-up call for them early in the season, and ever since then, they've just been straight locked in. I'm going to take Notre Dame to beat Indiana. So that concludes the first round. Up here, we got Texas at Arizona State. Cam Scatterbo obviously leading the way for Arizona State. But Texas is just by far the superior team here. But Arizona, you had a great season, Cam Scatterbo. I think he finished 5th or 6th in Heisman voting. Well-deserved. But yeah, I thought, maybe he possibly could have been a finalist. I mean, leading your team, an Arizona State team to the college football playoff and getting a bye in that first round, I think that says a lot about Cam Scatterbo and how great he was. But I'm excited to watch Cam Scatterbo on Sundays. But I'm taking Texas in this game. No brainer, honestly. I actually think this second round matchup for Texas is a lot easier than their first round matchup versus Clemson. That's just me, though. Down here, we got a rematch of Ohio State and Oregon. I almost said Iowa State. Ohio State versus Oregon in this second round. Rematch, obviously, Oregon won. And I think they're going to win the second time. I think Oregon is on a roll. They haven't been beat this year. In Ohio State, it really comes down to me not trusting Will Howard. I thought they could have got a better quarterback in the transfer portal. They should have went all out on Cam Ward. If they went all out on Cam Ward, I think Ohio State would be one of the favorites to win this college football playoff, and they would not be sitting at the 8th seed if they had Cam Ward. It really just comes down to Ohio State having Will Howard, but it is unfortunate for Ohio State to play Oregon in the second round. That just sucks. For sure, they would be in the semifinals at least if they didn't have to play Oregon in the second round. Next up down here, we got SMU Boise State. Obviously, Ashton Jeanty, second in Heisman voting versus SMU, leading the way for Boise State. Obviously, like I said, Ashton Jeanty. I'm going to take SMU, though. I know a lot of you are going to be like, oh, wow, you have Boise State and Arizona State losing in the second round their first game. It just really comes down to, I don't think they're as good as the teams they're playing against. Obviously, Arizona State having to play Texas. Obviously, I'm going to pick Texas But SMU, I think they're one of the more underrated teams in the country. I've been saying it all year. I know a lot of people on Twitter were kind of giving me shit for wanting. I didn't say I wanted Alabama in the college football playoffs. I just said I thought they would be in the college football playoffs, knowing how the committee was. So I was actually surprised that SMU got in. But I'm not mad at it, and I really like this SMU team. So SMU over Boise State, easy for me. And down here, we got Notre Dame versus Georgia. Oh, my God, this is going to be an amazing game. I'm going to take Georgia, though. Notre Dame, I think, could easily win this game. Georgia is definitely beatable this year. And Notre Dame, I would not be surprised if they won this game. But going into, Georgia, I think that's going to be very, very difficult. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Actually, no, they're not going into Georgia. This is the Sugar Bowl, so they're playing at a neutral site. But I'm still taking Georgia. I think they're a little bit better of a team, but like I said, it could be beat, especially with the way Carson Beck has played in certain moments this season. I don't know. I like Notre Dame, though. I think Notre Dame could easily win this game. This is a 50-50 toss-up. I actually kind of want to take Notre Dame, but I'm going to take Georgia. So that leads the semifinals, Texas versus Oregon. What a game. We got SMU versus Georgia. I'm going to pick this game first. I'm taking Georgia to go to the Natty. SMU making it to the semifinals, though. What a season. First year in the ACC. Making it all the way to the semifinals. What a year for SMU. But Georgia goes to the Natty. And then we got Texas and Oregon. Oh, my gosh. What a game. What a game. I'm taking Texas, though. I'm taking Texas to beat Oregon, giving them their first loss. Oregon does not make it to the Natty. So we got Texas and Georgia in the national championship. Who wins? Obviously, Georgia beating Texas 2 times this season, but third time's a charm. I'm going to take Texas to win the national championship. I think they've looked like, honestly, the best team all year. Besides this back half of the year, I guess. Obviously, losing twice to Georgia, like I said. But Oregon, even though they went undefeated, throughout the first half of the season, they did not look like the best team at all. They didn't even look like the second best team either. To me, for most part of the year, I think Texas and Ohio State looked like the best teams in the country. Oregon did not look like the best team until the end, like I said. And I have not really been too impressed with Oregon besides, like I said, this back half of the year. But I'm going to stick with my gut. I think Texas, like I said, if you're looking like the best team in the country for more than half of the year, I got to go with you to win the national championship. One game elimination, obviously. I like Texas's odds to win this. I think they got the 2 best quarterbacks in the country. Like I said, Texas is the only team, if one of their quarterbacks goes down, they got a great one to back them up. And I just really, really like their team overall as a whole. Isaiah Bond, and then that defense looking great as well. I got Texas winning the national championship. But let me know what you guys think about my bracket. I know a lot of you guys are not going to like the fact that Oregon goes down in the semifinals. Oregon is the heavy favorite. But I'm taking Texas. Like I said, let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know who you guys got winning the national championship. I'll put the link down below in the description so you guys can do your own bracket. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.